Namaste. My name is Yes, and I wanted to personally introduce myself and invite you to an amazing offering that I am co-facilitating this coming April 28th to May 15th, 2019 with my dearest soul sister, Satya. Shakti Sadhana, a woman's pilgrimage into the Indian Himalayas, was actually conceived while we were on pilgrimage together. We were so inspired by our love for the great goddess that we felt called to share these teachings and practices with you. This will be an incredible experience for you to not only pilgrimage throughout beautiful Mama India, but to also travel into yourself, to journey inward and discover your own truth. It is a perfect opportunity to steep in deep practice like yoga, meditation, mantra, and self-inquiry, to finally let go of these old stories and patterns that do not serve you anymore. We hold on to these limiting ideas and these limiting beliefs that keep us from actually stepping into our truest selves, into our fullness. So with the support of sisterhood and wisdom and guidance of a goddess-based practice, you'll learn how to step into your power while cultivating this sense of self-love and compassion. My goddess practice began well over 5 years ago at a time in my life where I was really struggling to come into my own and connect with my feminine essence. Because of my past experiences of sexual abuse and the discord and struggle with the relationship of my own mother, I found it really hard to step into this space. To be totally honest, I didn't even know that there was a power to step into. I had not really used the power of my voice. I had not cultivated this deep sense of love for myself. Although I had developed a yoga practice and was working on myself, there was something that I felt was missing. I remember this one particular ecstatic dance experience. It's where it all began. I had basically danced myself to exhaustion. It was wonderful. And I found myself lying on the ground. In that moment, I had the strongest need to call out to the Great Mother. Durga's name came across my lips, and within moments, I felt her presence in my heart. I was enveloped in her loving embrace and was truly resting in the lap of the Mother. That's when I began to dive deep into my practice and to really discover the goddess embodied within me. Since then, my practice has evolved to encompass all of the faces of the great goddess and to see and honor the wisdom that is held within my woman body, within my mind and my emotions, to honor the cycles of what it is to be a woman. This practice has provided me the greatest nourishment, support, and self-love that I had so endlessly been searching for. So I hope to share these practices with you and have you join us on what will prove to be an incredibly potent and transformational experience as we pilgrimage through beautiful Mama India and dive deep into the wisdom teachings of the 10 great goddesses, the Dasha Mahavidyas. I will leave you with something my teacher Heather Ash Amara says. We must commit to ourselves, to closing the gap between self-rejection and self-acceptance, between thinking and believing, between wishing and becoming. It would be my greatest joy to walk alongside you on this path and watch you become the woman that you truly are. Thank you so much for listening. Hope to meet you there. Namaste.
Namaste. My name is Satya, and I'm a co-facilitator of Shakti Sadhana, a woman's pilgrimage into the Himalayas, happening April 28th to May 15th, 2019, with my dear soul sister, Yesenia. And I'm really looking forward to this offering. It's about stepping into your power. It's about speaking your truth. It's about cultivating courage and building inner strength and being self-loving. My own story with this journey of all of that is that speaking my truth and stepping into my power has been something that I've been walking for some time, I feel. And I think I started early with that part of my journey because of my upbringing. I was born into an Indian tradition, which, as you may know, is quite suppressive to women. It's very patriarchal, and I've always been one to push the envelope and challenge that and just help to cultivate balance. So that has looked like leaving home at 16 to forge my own path. I've never been one to be just dictated on what I should do, but rather just be quiet, listen deeply, and just see what's coming through, see what the goddess is presenting. And that meant leaving home at 16 and rejecting this whole Vedic tradition that my parents were forcing onto me from a young age. We grew up doing arti at home, which for me really resonated because it was about connecting to the Divine Mother, and it helped me to just connect to that higher creative power. That really resonated from a young age. But other things that I didn't really understand and my parents weren't really explaining in full detail, I rejected. I went on my own path, and then I came full circle in my early 20s and started on a path of yoga about 17 years ago, and haven't looked back since. So the stepping into your power, the speaking your truth, that came early, as I said, and the cultivating of courage and inner strength also feel that was a springboard off what I just outlined. But also, my mom was a Durga devotee. Her lifelong practice was to Durga, and she left her body suddenly 3.5 years ago, and it has only furthered my own journey into the Divine Mother, into my relationship with her. I saw that her relationship deepened into the Divine Mother when she lost her mother 7 years before, also on the same day, which is Navaratri, the 9 days to the goddess that happens every year, twice a year actually, every spring and every fall. And they both died on the same day, the third day, the culmination of Durga, calling out to the mother. So I feel that her exit was a gift to me, and I've just been going deeper into the mother, and she's been guiding me, and I just have full faith in her, and I'm completely surrendered to her at her feet. And it's amazing what has come through, everything taken care of. And this pilgrimage also came through on that wave. I mean, all waves are her. As we listen to the waves in the background here, I'm on the beach in South India, just celebrating with a dear friend of mine who's come to visit. The other part of the journey that we'll be taking is about being self-loving, and that's something I've been working on. I had low self-esteem and confidence as a child, and have really, through my teenage years and even in my 20s, but in my 30s I have been working on that a lot, and I still have work to do. But all of the things that I just outlined, for me, that is a practice of being self-loving. Self-loving also looks like self-care for me. And so what is that? That's like cultivating a sattvic life. And it's about being in a sattvic place, living in a sattvic place, where my home is, my environment, geographically, what I eat, my social circle, and my work. My work really has to be about that too. So it's my entire life, the Divine Mother, sattvic, and just the truth, you know. I met my teacher about 10 years ago in Tiruvannamalai, which you may have heard of, in South India. And it was very life-changing for me, and I've always been a yani, you know. I went through the yogas in my 20s, but it's Yan Yoga or Jnana Yoga, the yoga of self-inquiry, the direct path, that has really called me. And in this pilgrimage we will be doing Vedic study, self-inquiry, and some Sanskrit. My father taught me the Devanagari script when I was a kid. I thought it was just like a lot of work and I wasn't really interested, but he really like made me focus. And in my adult life I really am grateful for that because, you know, I know my mother tongue, and that's really powerful and deep, and I know where I come from. And I think we have to know where we come from in order to know where we're going. We really would love for you to join us on this pilgrimage. It promises to be transformative. It's a journey of a lifetime. We feel that it will be life-changing for ourselves and for the sisterhood that we'll be pilgrimaging with. And I want to thank you for your time, and we look forward to hearing from you, and please join us. Namaste.